saying you will call her whatever you want. I know you don't intend it to be that way. That's the history and legacy of white disregard for the humanity of black people.
Oh, so now you're calling me racist.
I didn't say. I just said you weren't a racist.
That is
basically. You don't have to intend racism to accomplish
you are intending.
Eric Dyson, we all know Eric Dyson, man. Oh my goodness. Panderer 101. But he did something that is going to haunt him for a long time. Without further ado, let's get to the video, man. Let's get to the video. This is one clip from CNN. Fair use, fair use.
And rewriting them, which should be against Google Ads policies. But what's stupid is allowing people, criminals, to go into stores in California and not being able to arrest them unless it's $900 or $950 and more.
The problem is that's not actually what's true.
And you see
that's not
videos
actually
of
what the
people
law is.
going into stores in these blue cities and blue states, stealing merchandise and not being stopped. We've all seen these videos.
So
but
should Donald Trump not be allowed to go into a store because he's a convicted criminal?
Well, I don't think any.
See, this is the thing. This is the thing people need to understand. This is what the left media will do. They will say, well, Donald Trump can do it and all these people. But see, when people go in the store and steal something, that's theft. I can't go in the store and steal something. That's theft. But these people get to go in the store, ransack the store, steal a whole bunch of crap, and they don't get convicted. This is going on in all these cities. Because they know for a fact, and I'm going to tell you why a lot of these people are doing it. They know because at the end of the day, if they only steal a certain amount of money, nobody going to do anything. But my thing is, back in the days when you stole a goddamn candy bar, your ass is going to jail, man. Let's continue.
Everybody at this table should be surprised that Donald Trump stood up for 45 minutes, an hour or more, taking questions, giving a speech. Because if you're holding your breath for an Oscar nod, that he did that. Don't hold your breath because no one's going to believe you. This is what he does. He stands, he gives speeches, he takes the questions, he gives the answers. And to date, more than 3 weeks in, Kamala Harris hasn't given a single interview. She hasn't come on your program. She's not answering questions.
It's
She's not
Kamala,
giving
first
speeches.
of all. It's not Kamala. It's Kamala. And she's not yet the candidate. She's only been in office, only been the candidate for 3.5
She's been
weeks.
vice president.
But see, this is the thing, though. People say, oh, she just became the candidate. When you become the candidate, you go out and do interviews. You go to MSNBC, you go to CNN, you go to ABC, you go to all these interviews. And the first actual interview she did was with her running mate, Tim Walz. And then the second interview she did was with Lester Holt. And then the third interview she did, well, wasn't really an interview. It was more of a town hall. It was with Oprah. Donald Trump has did so many interviews. Donald Trump has did so many rallies and things like that. We all know how Donald Trump is. Donald Trump just rumbles and rumbles and rumbles. But at the end of the day, if Donald Trump needs to answer questions, he does that. Let's continue.
For 3.5 years.
Yeah, and Trump went a whole primary season without even doing a debate. So,
and
you know,
but you can't. Stupid because the Republicans in this country voted for him, nominated him. She didn't earn a single vote in the Republican.
But it's a false equivalence between what Donald Trump is doing as an autocrat, as a fascist, as a dictatorially inclined man. The man's aspirations are huge. But the point is that Donald Trump has lied so repeatedly that we normalize his mendacity, his misogyny, his hatred for the ordinary citizen who happens to think logically about these issues. Now, he's got a whole bunch of stuff from the stores up there. He doesn't refer to it. His economic policies are vapid. They are empty. He has nothing to say.
She has no policies on her website at all. She's got more pronouns.
He said it. He said, what does she have? Like, this is the thing. If Donald Trump ain't got no policies, what does she have? What is she running on? They always see, this is the thing that liberal media will always do. They'll always say talk bad about Donald Trump. Donald Trump ain't got this. Donald Trump ain't got that. You know what I'm saying? They in the pocket. We all know CNN's in the pockets of the Democratic Party. We all know that. And when somebody says something to fight or counteract it, they want to go ahead and do all this word salad for. Let's continue.
Donald Trump sits there and tells lie after lie, and he gets normalized by good people like y'all who don't call him out on his bull.
Kamala Harris has more pronouns on her website than she does policy. The only thing she has on there is donate. She's running a Seinfeld campaign. The show is about nothing.
No, absolutely.
And she's winning, right?
She's not winning, actually.
She's aided and abetted by mainstream media. If you saw the headline by a neighboring network a couple weeks ago, when Donald Trump came out with his no taxes on tips policy, all of the headlines on mainstream media were derogatory. Kamala Harris comes out with her no taxes.
Kamala
Harris comes out.
I mean, at the end of the day, you should have seen the comments on the CNN website, man. They would call this woman racist, all these things because she didn't say her name right. Like, there were so many people who didn't say her name right, who are black. We know it's Kamala. Some people say Kamala. Oh my God, like, at the end of the day, I know people gonna get mad at me for defending her, but it happens. As long as she's not being derogatory and saying it, why do you have a problem with it? Oh, I know why you have a problem, because she's the Democratic nominee. That's why. But if you hear somebody say a person's name a million ways, if somebody would say Julian or Julianne or Julian or Julie, I'm not gonna be upset about that. I don't even think Kamala's upset about it.
Her policies on no taxes on tips, which is Donald Trump's policy, by the way, all of the headlines on mainstream media were positive and glorious and thoughtful.
I guess y'all are standing up for him because he didn't say any of this today. Well, everything you're saying
is
nothing he's ever said.
One of the things that we learned about her policy that she's going to roll out is support for a ban on price gouging.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I think reasonable people would ask, what does that mean? What does that really mean? And how is the government going to be involved in it? Here's Noah Rothman in the National Review. He describes this policy as a rank pander to the economically illiterate. And despite the presence of many who fit that description in Congress, they understand that allowing the executive branch to functionally set prices is a brain-dead idea that would only hurt consumers in the long run. I mean, is this just a ploy? Because it sounds kind of like it.
Well, look, if you like it, it's called good policy. If you don't like it, you call it pandering.
But is it really policy? I mean, price gouging?
Look, if she could do that, Lord have mercy. I mean, she might need to be the Pope as opposed to the president, but she's able at least to set the tone. Here's what's important. First of all, in terms of Kamala not speaking about, Vice President Harris speaking about issues, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Everybody has said that what she is doing is genius in the sense that she's out-Trumping Trump. So Trump is pissed.
Her campaign is being operated from a basement.
Well, hold on. Let me just finish. Trump is being undermined by Trumpian-like politics in the sense that what she's done is, I understand when I'm going to speak, I understand what I'm going to say. She's going to form her policies and she's going to articulate them. Now, whether we agree with them or not is another thing. The point is the strategy is not backfiring on it. Number two, in terms of polls, the polls are a statistical dead heat. You say that means that she's losing. I'm saying for Donald Trump to have already been president once and coming back with the same reruns, Donald Trump is in a very vulnerable position.
Talk about rerun.
My thing is, bro, she's doing the same. Basically, she's running the same policies and the same playbook that Joe Biden is running. So if you're saying Donald Trump is running the same playbook, Kamala Harris is running the same playbook as Joe Biden. The same playbook that you've had for the last 3 years, Joe Biden had. She's running the same playbook. So if she could do it, Donald Trump could do it.
Kamala's.
You had it right. You almost got it.
I will say Kamala's name any way that I want to.
No,
but
but you mispronounced her and you also misjudged her.
I just did, and I'll do it again.
Mispronouncing her name.
That's a refusal to acknowledge her humanity.
If I purposely mispronounced your name, that would not be appropriate.
Policies are Joe Biden's policies. She owns it.
You're normalizing that kind of viciousness, man.
33 times.
But it's the
she was the
disrespect.
She was the vice on Joe Biden's bill. She was 33 times the deciding vote on Joe Biden's bills in the Senate.
Let me just say this, because this congresswoman is a wonderful human being. But when you disrespect Kamala Harris by saying you will call her whatever you want, I know you don't intend it to be that way. That's the history and legacy of white disregard for the humanity of black people.
So now you're calling me racist.
I didn't say. I just said you weren't a racist.
That is completely.
You don't have to intend racism to accomplish it.
You are intending that I am
Your disrespect of Kamala Harris is part and parcel of a tradition of disrespect.
Why can't you just, Congresswoman? Why can't you just?
I'm not calling you a racist. I'm saying what the practice.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You know what I'm saying? Because she didn't say a person's name right, you're calling her racist. Now, that was CNN. A few days later, Forbes picked up the House Judiciary Committee's interview, and she came up with the congresswoman came up with some pretty spicy info about Mr. Dyson. So let's get to that.
From South Carolina, Ms. Mace.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My colleagues across the aisle said that those that cannot pronounce Kamala's name correctly are elementary-aged children. I would like to enter into the record an article by Newsweek saying Bill Clinton pronounces Kamala Harris' name wrong during DNC speech. Bill Clinton, along with Al Sharpton, rapper Lil Jon. Let's not forget that Joe Biden can't say her name right. Neither can Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor. And this morning on Morning Joe, Joan Baez called her a camel. So I don't want to hear it. It's fake outrage. I would like to also
see what she said. Bill Clinton, Lil Jon, Al Sharpton. If they can't say her name right, are they racist? I just want to know. Like, at the end of the day, like, it's not like, people saying a person's name incorrectly doesn't make them racist. I don't understand that. But maybe I'm living in an alternate universe. Maybe I'm in an alternate universe. Maybe I'm somewhere where if a person can't say Tracy right or Tanisha or Raekwon or something like that. If I say Raekwon or something, that makes me racist. If I can't say Donald, I say Donald. Does that make me racist? I just want to know. Like, let's go. Let's continue, man. This is funny, man.
Also enter into the record a screenshot of a text message I received from the esteemed professor from Vanderbilt, Michael Eric Dyson, after my CNN interview, begged me for photos. In this text, he says, after calling me racist on CNN, shh, don't tell anybody, we look good together, and sent me a kissy emoji.
Without
then
objection.
the guy says I'm gorgeous in all these photos. I don't think he's that bent out of shape on how anyone pronounces Kamala. And if we're going to have that standard, you got to hold it to both sides, not just one or the other. On to the issue at hand. I want to thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Yo, man, she got him right there. She got him with that one, man. She got him with that one because at the end of the day, Slim, how you gonna call somebody a racist and then you beg to get pictures? Because I saw the behind the scenes picture where you took the selfie with her. Then you took another picture with her outside where you was hugged up with her. You texted to her with kiss emojis and all these. I'm like, bro, you probably this Pan-American, Pan-African or whatever. But you hugged up with a snow bunny. Come on, Eric. You can't be doing that. If you gonna stand on that, her being what you say she is, you gotta stand on the 10 toes down and you begging for pictures, bro. Like, come on, like, who does that? That's like, like, and I remember Angry Man talking about this in the video. He said, man, a lot of these guys, these Umar Johnson, these Derek Jackson, these Al Sharpton, these Eric Dyson, these guys that are pandering to the black woman, man. I'm gonna tell you, man, a lot of them, man, a lot of them like the snow bunnies, man. I'm telling you, I'm being honest. This ain't looking good for Eric Dyson, man. So, yo, like, what you gonna do about it? Like, you come on Instagram and talk about, man, the black woman is and the black woman that, but bro, the information's already out there. She already put you out there. So what you gonna do? I mean, I just want to know. Inquiring minds want to know, Mr. Dyson. Inquiring minds want to know. But it's your boy Jay here with another video. If you like the video, hit that like button. Also, hit that subscribe button on my road to 10,000 subscribers. And you know what? I got another video right there pinned by the side where I talk about the situation with Diddy and Boosie defending them. Until next time, folks, I'm out.